flow, but we started from the gutter. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was a dude, boy, that wasn't running. Made it to the top flow, but we started from the gutter. Shot him to the moon, we ain't never going under. Hits on my old town slugger. Wire after wire, we ain't never got to suffer. Made it to the top flow, but we started from the gutter.
Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 57.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This is Leonard Fournette, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Tua. It's complete to Fuller. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Escaping the pressure right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to pass. Tua. This is Jennings. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A handoff to Fournette. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6. And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A give, running right, it's Hubbard. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. It goes in, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, 64 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out. Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's caught by Jennings, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They begin with a run by Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Derek Brown, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there just before halftime.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, 20, right 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Tua, the final shot before half. Going for the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick-6 in the Super Bowl. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Fournette is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. To a hit, and the ball is out.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Third quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
third down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flush to his right.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in here by Fuller.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Again, it's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
34 yards.
And the Dolphins have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. He'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First down, Hubbard, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They're going to look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are in the field?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's a give to Fournette. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got him there, and it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there on 4th and 10. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways.